Всем привет, дорогие друзья, с вами Перец. Продолжаем проходить Fallout New Vegas. Итак, не забывайте, ребят, поставить лайк этому видео, подписываться на канал. Ролики я стараюсь выкладывать каждый день сейчас, в последнее время. Это очень, мне нравится так делать. Также подписывайтесь на Бусти, на группу ВКонтакте в Телегу. Там, в группе ВК, если вы вдруг пропустили уведомления на Ютубе, в Телеге, выходит чуть позже, но чтобы вы не могли не пропустить ролик новый. А на Бусте выходят все ролики практически в один и тот же день. Если вдруг хотите посмотреть ролик чуть раньше, подписывайтесь на Бусти. За небольшую плату вы можете увидеть все ролики по прохождению или какой-то эксклюзивчик там. Мы продолжаем. У нас сейчас мы потихонечку, медленно, наверное, идем в сторону каньона Ред Рок, чтобы познакомиться с великими ханами. Мы что-то помогали великим ханам. Я хотел бы узнать, что кто они такие вообще, и чего они хотят здесь, в Нью-Вегасе. И потом мы заглянем в Амерту. Также. Темновато, правда. Ни хрена не видно. Можно, конечно, до утра подождать, но я не хочу. Так, забываем про нашу F5, наше все.
Yeah.
Greetings in the name of Kaiser.
Цезарь, блядь.
My name is Carl. Glorious Caesar has sent me as an emissary to the great Khans as a token of our alliance. Though they have been cruelly oppressed by the NCR, the Khans remain great warriors. The Legion is honored to have such allies in battle. In exchange for Great Caesar's promise of all the lands west of New Vegas, the Khans have agreed to fight alongside the Legion when the time comes. I am one of the Frumentari. It is my duty to scout the waste in Caesar's name and make contact with any tribes that might serve a useful purpose. You might say I'm somewhere between a scout and an ambassador. I'm assigned here as part of the alliance between the Legion and the Great Khans. Yeah.
Good to see you again.
Печально, конечно, что великие ханы против нас будут. Ну, я не заряден, контрабандисты какие-то там.
I haven't seen you before. What brings you to the great... That's a complicated question. They've done horrible things to our people, to be sure, and I've gladly killed many of their soldiers in battle. But I can't bring myself to hate them the way Papa does. Things would damn sure be better for us if they were in charge than Caesar. I suppose if asked, I would. But that's a moot point, because Papa's in charge now, and he's not going anywhere. Papa is one of the best leaders the Khans have ever had. He's kept us together through all of our hardships, ever since we left California. Bitter Springs changed him, though. He started to really hate the NCR after the massacre. And sometimes, I worry that's poisoned his mind. Nothing. Forget about it. I shouldn't be talking about this with an outsider. Name's Regis. I'm Papa Khan's advisor and right-hand man. I'm also the chief enforcer of the tribe's laws, so watch your behavior.
Так, ищем папу Хана. Пытаемся либо его уничтожить. Если, короче, я так понимаю, что тут опять же выбор либо папа Хана, либо... Так, где этот папа Хан вообще?
Hey.
Так, ну давай поговорим с батькой. Можно, в принципе, до утра поспать. Потому что утром найти его. Давай, я думаю, так и сделать.
Good to see you again.
О, вот.
So you... Good to see you again.
Не могу.
I wish there were more like you.
I wish there were more like you. Hello?
Блин.
Huh? Hello?
На, вот еще, господи.
What do you want? I can tell you they're a bunch of big dumb jerks with no appreciation for art. I mean, can you believe their initiation? Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe I can find my true calling, someplace they'll appreciate my poetry. Someplace like the old Mormon fort, maybe. Do you think the followers of the apocalypse would take me? I remember all those books they brought us when they visited our tribe. You'd do that? Thanks! I mean, I'd go myself, but what if they said no? The cons wouldn't take me back, and then I'd have nobody. Huh? Wait, what are you talking about? We're allied with Caesar now? Typical. Nobody tells me anything. Nothing really. Just trying to psych myself up to try my initiation. Again.
После рецепта по колесу, кстати, можно посмотреть.
Oh, you heard that, huh? Okay, so, yeah, I was writing poetry. I know, it's not a very great con-like thing to do. The followers of the apocalypse came to our camp when I was a kid, and they brought a bunch of old books. I used to read pre-war poetry for hours. Have you seen this tribe? If it's not an epic drunken ballad of cracking skulls and hearing lamentations, they think it's a waste of time. Everybody has to do it. Well, everybody who wants to be a con anyways. They toss you into the ring there and beat on you for a solid minute. If you survive, you're in. Sure, maybe not if you're some hulking reprobate like Regis or big to the gills like Jack. I've tried 5 times and still haven't made it.
Да, погнали. Так, окей.
Morning.
Так, что по рукопомощи? Нужно поговорить. Ну, как раз таки мы пойдем туда. Задание рукопомощи. Так где великий папа-то? Господи, боже мой. Не, ну попить водички, в случае чего лучше. Не пролезу сюда.
Good to see you again. Hello?
Still got a bit of a walk ahead of us. Talk fast. Yeah. Hey.
Блин, ну где он? Ищешь, потом окажется, что он в другом месте где-то. подумать, где он может быть. Точно не
Good to see you again.
пока что да. Значит, что там. Блин, ну. Так, это... сейчас. О!
So the
Здравствуйте.
cub enters the wolf's den. What do you
Здравствуй.
want, cub? Have you now? Well, you're a bold one, I'll give you that. But why should I do this for you? Ha! The great Khans will not be slaves. Caesar himself has promised us the land from here to the Colorado and the freedom to raid as we see fit. I won't hear any more talk against Caesar or his alliance. The great... You want to hear the story of the great Khans? It's a long one, full of honor, glory, and betrayal.
Подожди, а может быть другой выбор?
So you've been sucked into the
What more do you want?
decadence of the strip as well, have you?
So the cub enters the wolf's den. You march all the way out to Red Rock Canyon, enter my home as bold as you please, and you... Well then, let me educate you. I am the chief of the great Khans. The Khan of Khans, if you like. This is my tribe.
Хан-хан.
You want to hear the story of the great Khans? It's a long one. In a hurry, are you? Very well, then. The great Khans came east, out of the NCR 14 years ago. We ruled the wastes then, and called no man master. But we underestimated the families of the Strip, and they drove us back to Bitter Springs, where we remained until the NCR arrived and drove us here. When the NCR came to the Mojave, we thought they would be easy pickings. We raided their caravans, their towns, their camps. They couldn't stop us. At least that's what we thought. They tracked us to Bitter Springs and surrounded us. When our children, our sick and old, fled through a nearby pass, the NCR gunned them down.
Ни хрена себе.
Oh, they claimed it was a miscommunication, but tell that to those who saw our families butchered. Tell it to the survivors who were banished here. They allied with Mr. House, the self-proclaimed master of New Vegas. He supported them with the resources of New Vegas. Weapons, technology, caps. They were better equipped, and we could not stand against them. Typical. No reference. Have you now? Doesn't he? Caesar's representative tells a different tale. The glory of the great Khans will be restored, and once the NCR is pushed back to California, all the land from here to the Colorado will be ours. I won't hear any more talk against Caesar or his alliance. The great Khans will answer Caesar's call to war, and the NCR will pay for their...
Good to see you again.
It's good to have you here. That's a complicated... But I can't bring myself to hate them the way Papa does. Things would damn sure be better for us if they were in charge than Caesar. I suppose if asked...
Блин, что получается? Я никак не смогу убедить папу Фаннеса.
You've been doing good things for us. Don't think I haven't noticed. What can I...
What more do you want?
I like you, stranger. You've stood by us when not many would.
I wish there were more like you.
Ah, you're back.
Блин, ну-ка.
I like you, stranger. So you've been sucked into the decadent...
Так, ладно, пошли к последователям апокалипсиса.
Trouble.
Интересно.
Trouble.
Хорош.
That takes care of that.
О! Нам сюда. Последователь... Я тут ни разу не был, кстати, здрасте.
Hi. If you're looking for medical help, try the other doctors. I'm just a Not all followers are people persons. Besides, someone needs to do research. I have no problem with Julie sticking me back here. Out of sight, out of mind. There are worse things one can be, though I do admit it is a bit boring. Though it has a noble goal, I don't think this research will yield much fruit. No pun intended. No offense intended. That seems appropriately resolute and yet vague. I'll give you the benefit of the... If you plan to help Caesar's Legion, this is going to be a brief... I may not have all the answers for how to fix Freeside's problems, but Caesar taking control is... As the old saying goes, two's company, but three's a small army. Okay, I'm paraphrasing a bit, but you... What's up? It could be better. If we can find a way to work toward the independence of New Vegas. But really, as long as you don't help out the Legion...
Ну, понятно. Большинство против Легиона.
Howdy. I've been around a while. Currently working for the followers as a gun for hire. But it's aside from protecting them from the occasional thug looking to intercept supply shipments, the one researcher I liked who I could chat up about liquor got transferred. And the rest of the doc... I've been around long enough to observe the patterns of human behavior. Physical and mental anguish are especially exciting to explore. Hey, who doesn't enjoy a little pinch and... They already have that pig McCaffrey working for them. I've escorted my share of idiot tourists around Freeside. Too much trouble for what it pays. I'm all boot, knives, and leather, friend. And a cool besides. What kind of weirdo wants what I've got? Weirdos into bullwhips and necrosis, huh? Doesn't sound half bad. What am I thinking? I'm no whore. And I ain't about to hand my ass over to some penny ante hustler like he owns me. They do have a damn good selection of hooch over at the Wrangler. If I get to choose my customers, if I get to be a little rough with them, if my cut is fair, and if I get that discount, that just might work. Tell the Garretts I'll stop by to work on terms. I reckon they care about getting water and electricity from the dam. The locals here are just an inconvenience to them. Something to step over or stomp. Before or after the human race shot itself in the foot? I've been around long enough to have both opinions, see. Before the war, Mr. House was a famous captain of industry. Robotics, to be specific. Seemed charming in it. Since the war, though, didn't make a peep for near 200 years. Even when he came back. I don't know how they do it. They're like saints. If they didn't charge for their services, I'd think they was crazy. But nah, they're just naive. Warms their heart. What about him? Pretty much the sort of gang you'd find anywhere else. The king himself, though? He's got that something special you can't put a finger on. Couple of rad scorpions, those two. Gloria is the stable one, but she'd sleep. Or rather, she'd tell her brother to do it for her. John Baptiste. What?
Are you here to drop off medical supplies? Leave them. We're always looking for new members. Does... Excellent. Ezekiel's been after me to find him a new assistant for ages. Tell the boy we'll take him. Rates of injury and illness in Freeside are very... Med-X, Radaway, and Fixer are Freeside essentials. I can't pay you for any supplies. So far, the Crimson Caravan won't cut us a deal. If you can convince them or some...
О, прекрасно.
Just come see me when you've got some supplies to... You might ask around at Mick and Ralph's, or go see the Garretts, though I... We're pretty short-handed.
Так. Стимулятор есть, отлично. Так. На тебе. Давай сюда. Прекрасно. Прекрасно.
You're making me carry the heavy stuff, aren't you?
One of my aides said you got into the Lucky 38. If you see someone by the name of Emily near there, we would like you... More than rough. It's a damn mess. Freeside townies are constantly picking fights. Thugs and thieves are always looking for a victim, and the local... Freeside is in dire need, but no one has been man enough to step up. The followers can only... There is always something needing done. A few souls here in Freeside could be great assets. We need a regular supply of medicine organized, but... Lastly, tensions between the townies and NCR tourists have been going downhill fast lately. The big man around here is the king. Not much happens in Freeside that he doesn't know about. He has the most influence locally, and some of his crew haven't helped the situation by harassing NCR citizens and charging double for water. Some NCR soldiers have been bringing in supplies, but none of it is going to Freeside local. Yes, old Bill Ronte and Jacob Hoff. Old Bill Ronte is an exceptionally skilled machinist. He could fix the problems we've been having with Freeside's... The Garretts hooked Jacob on chems when he was working for them. Ironic, since he used to homebrew detox chems. He's a natural chemist. In Freeside, the drunks and drug addicts flock in and around the Atomic Wrangler. Sobering them up. We don't have...
Так, я тебе гранатомет. На. Так.
Hey.
Что-нибудь еще интересное есть? Так, давай Фарис. Ой, давай выключим.
Hello.
Чего они спят-то?
What's up?
Hello.
Thank you. We never would have escaped without your help.
Thank you so much for freeing me.
Так, ладно. Погнали к великим ханам. Так.
What rhymes with heart? 1, 2, 3. Oh, look, it's the conformist. They did? Oh, that's great, thank you. I'm out of this crummy camp.
Отлично.
Hello.
Still got a bit of a walk.
Блин.
Evening.
Huh?
Ah, you're...
Something else you wanted?
True to Kaiser.
Так, окей, давай дальше погнали. Самое время. Так, заходим в фрисайт и бежим. Блин, жалко, что нельзя на там через помещение телепортироваться, я бы телепортнулся.
People are talking, buddy. You've made quite an impression. You have chems, buddy? Why stop? I feel great. No worries. My guy will... If I had 2 caps to scrape together, I'd buy the materials to make my own. This guy named Dixon. Something about him seems sketchy, but I can't stop now. Last time I stopped, I felt like I was gonna turn inside out. At this point, I'm mostly buying his stuff just so I don't feel sick. I haven't been anywhere but here for, well, who the hell knows. If there's a corpse, I haven't been babysitting it. But I'll tell you who needs some babysitting. Those damn kids keep running around in here. They got parents? I don't know. Wish they did so they'd leave me be. Looking for a fix, man? Yeah, man. Those cats are out of their domes addicted to my shit. Those fools are from NCR. I love seeing those squatters in agony. We were doing just fine before those shits came here and made a mess of things. We don't need NCR eggheads wandering around confusing things. Really? Ah, you're such... You know what? I might be willing to stop, if there's something in it for me. Wait, man, you can't go around saying shit like that. Okay, I get your point. You won't have to worry about me supplying those 2 anymore. Later. So you're back. What? I need a fix now! Fine. If you really care so much, then give me some shots of Fixer to calm down these shakes. I'm gonna need at least 10 shots to get me through the week. From there, the followers should be able to help. Never thought about using that combination before. Should be able to get through this with that.
Окей. Да, я найду им. Все равно тут.
Looking for a fix?
Так. Бафаут, гидроксин. Даже 2 возьму.
Another satis...
Тихо найду у доктора. Блин, ну...
Come on, man, I'm dying here. Oh, Julie, I've really screwed things up. I'll head over to the fort and get some rest. This has gone on too long.
Ой, не туда иду. Оружейники. Зачем мне эти оружейники? Подожди, я сейчас, знаешь, что сделаю? Сначала красный караван, попробую убедить их.
Hey there.
Так, тебе было психа, кстати, если я не путаю, тебе продавал психа. Нет. Нет, не продавал.
Did you know the strip's all stirred up lately?
Hello?
Блин, где чувиха-то? Ладно, хрен с ним.
Welcome back. Most merchant companies, successful merchant companies rather, have them. It can be inconvenient to replace employees on short notice. The contracts keep employees around for a specific duration of time, after which they get paid. After their upkeep and expenses are deducted, of course. Food, water, living quarters, medicine, and clothes. Yes, and they have been for decades now. The hired... That's because we are. We always pay up when the contract ends, though. Won't stay in... All right.
Окей, ладно. Подожди, где? О, Господи. Так.
Hello. If it's bad news, you can take it up with the Colonel. If it's good news... Damn right I am. I've got 3 fiends I want dead, and I don't give a goddamn how it gets done. First one calls herself Violet. God knows why. The name is the prettiest thing about her. Then there's Driver Nephi. He's fast, and he's brutal. Killed about a dozen of my men with a goddamn driver iron. Hence his name. And finally, Cook. Rapist, maniac, and damn good chef if you believe the fiends. I'm not gonna feed you any bullshit. These aren't your common vague. You go after them. Any of them. You're in for it. One thing I should tell you about Cook. Piece of shit is... Also, he's got a flamethrower, and he's damn good with it. Only one man's gotten close to killing him, and that's Little Buster. So he says, anyway. Maybe it's bull... Bounty hunter. Talks big. But he's still alive, so he can't be completely full of shit. I think he's out in the yard, waiting to claim a couple bounties. One more thing. If you want the full reward, you need to bring me a recognizable head. My superior... That means no headshots, no decapitations till after they're dead, and no damage to the face. You bring me a head that looks like a rotten tomato, people will be... Good.
Так, окей, погнали тогда. Сейчас, подожди, мне нужно купить.
Hey, I'm Lieutenant Gorobets, 1st Recon. If you're... We're the finest sniper outfit in the whole NCR. Some of my team aren't without their Cook, one of the fiends, ambushed her and 10 of spades. They both managed to escape, but not before Cook raped her. Betsy shrugged it off like it was nothing, but her behavior keeps getting worse. Always making passes at every woman who wanders by. It's inappropriate for anyone at 1st Recon to behave that way. I could discipline her, but I'd rather she get medical help. I'd appreciate it. As her CO...
Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter.
Погнали сразу в Японию.
Never seen you around before. Yeah, right. You're sniffing up the wrong skirt. Try... The lieutenant's been talking to you, hasn't he? Look, I don't need... You don't see the others crying about every little bruise and scrape, do you? Just another injury to take care of, huh? Well, when you put it that way. All right. You can tell the lieutenant I finally caved. There's a Dr. Usanagi who's supposed to be... What gave me away? The big gun, the shades, or the attic? They don't. Only the... My partner's got some potential, so I let him wear those goofy glasses. I tell him there is... Truth is, his eyes just... Thanks for your help with Usanagi and all, but I still like him.
Hey, my man. Oh, yeah. Fine.
What can I do for you? I wish someone with your medical training had come along sooner. I think she'll actually stick with the treatment. I was afraid that Betsy wouldn't go for long-term treatment because she didn't... Do me a favor and let Usanagi know Corporal Betsy is coming.
Нифига. Окей, погнали. Тогда мы, кстати, там ни разу не были. Так. Идем напрямик, получается, и все.
I appreciate how you've been helping us so far.
Welcome to the New Vegas Medical Clinic. I'm a fully qualified... If you've got the caps, I've also got several implants available to enhance... I have several basic implants available that can enhance your physical abilities, make you... I've also got two much more expensive implants. One's a
О, давай,
subdermal
давай.
implant that will make you more resistant to damage. The other implant induces a mild regenerative effect. Your wounds will practically
Давай
heal
лучше
before you...
первое.
One other thing I forgot to mention. Your body may be able to handle only a limited number
Ну,
of...
понятно.
The healthier you are, the more implants I'll be able to give you.
Так. Подожди, стать сильнее, выносливость. Можешь выносливость качнуть, а? Или умнее, давай умнее.
For 4,000 caps, I can... Have a seat in the auto dock. This will take a few... You're back. Mental trauma can be just as debilitating as physical injuries. All right, let me do a quick test to make sure you're... All right, you're healthy enough to handle enough.
Так.
That would be the Nemian subdermal armor. It's a bit pricey.
О, давай.
8,000. It won't make you bulletproof, but it will make you a little... Have a seat in the...
Отлично. Отлично. Так. Взлом до 75. Так. Медицина до 60. Ну, ремонт до 35. Это замечательно. Так. Давай еще плюс 15 возьму. На оружие, да. На оружие. Потому что у меня с оружием, я же стреляю все время, поэтому. Я лучше на энергооружие. Давай энерго. Нет, нет, обычное. Так. Давай поторгуем с тобой.
You're back. I have reserved a small part of my supplies. Because you're a friend of the followers, I can give you a bit of a discount.
О, отлично. Отлично. Блин, все деньги ушли, да? Печально. Печально, печально, печально. Ну да ладно. Замечательно. Так, что еще ты можешь дать мне? Так. О, ядерный быстро могу тебе продать. Замечательно. Так. Да и все, в принципе. В небольшом плюсе осталось.
It'll be...
Да, отлично. Все. Что там по статам? 8 интеллекта, 4 ловкости, 5 удачи, сила. Мне бы силу качнуть, ладно. Это уже потом. Это уже потом. Ну прикольно, есть такая механика, что можно за крышки купить себе левел ап. А, подожди. У тебя же есть псих, я надеюсь?
You're back.
Можно тир-1, в принципе, взять. Так, заколка. Психа нет, да? Печально. У нас симуляторы, в принципе, все. Ну, не буду. Не буду.
Morning.
Так. Подожди, мне получается бафаут нужен. Нет, мне не есть. Психа нужен. Да, психа нужно. Так, давай бустримся тогда. Телепортнемся. Мне доку давал психа. Но я могу ошибаться опять же, ты что? Ну, в любом случае проверить стоит. Так, где док? Док. Где док? Возьму. Подожди. О, господи, дом.
How are you holding up?
Где тут, блин, обычно. Жалко. Так, ну пойдем в бар, что ли, я не знаю. Ну кому-то нам надо же купить.
You looking to buy some supplies?
Лазерный пистолет на 8 урона. Вообще ничего интересного.
Thanks.
Hi there, sticking around. And
Feeling thirsty? Got a...
Блин, тоже ничего нет интересного. Господи, боже мой. Погнали отсюда. Блин, где... Где можно взять еще психа? О, так. Дока. Лагерь, ну идти туда капец. Не буду, конечно, скрывать вас, ребят, что я, ну, если бы кто-то сказал, что я буду искать психа, я бы распиялся. Ну, я психа вообще как бы редко использую, очень редко. Опять же, это делает, ну да, это плюс урон, но есть шанс зависимости. Я не люблю, когда вот какой-то есть шанс, ну, дебафа. Проще, ну, там найти какой-нибудь ствол хороший.
Oh, good to see you.
I received a pleasant call from Dr. Keeley. It seems we have you to thank for keeping her alive. Destroyed? Really? I find that hard to believe.
We? We? You were a part of this? After we made an explicit... The authorities are going to hear about this. They're going to know you're...
Now get out of...
Oh, good to see
Блин.
So, we're all impressed with the work you've done for us. Thought you might be able to make use of this. It's a key to a little hideaway south of here. We've used it as a place for rangers to rest and resupply. You don't cook by any chance, do you? Farber's doing his best, but it's hard to manage an army with half... Honestly, we're fighting a lot of fires right now. The fiends keep... We've got the Legion breathing down our necks across the river. We actually took... I have Lieutenant Boyd on that already, and she's excellent, but I think she's hit a wall. Talk to her if you like. Her office is right above mine, but I think she might be interrogating right now. So she'd be upstairs on the other side of the building.
Так, окей, погнали.
Boyd's in there with a prisoner right now. Boy, is she pissed.
You stick out like a sore thumb around here. You sure you're in the right place? Yeah, so far this has gone exactly as expected. Poorly. But with the work you've done for NCR already, you might be just what I've been looking for. We captured an honest-to-God centurion of Caesar's Legion recently. Better believe it. Everybody in Caesar's Legion, from Caesar on... They're so twitchy they'd probably do it if you reached out to... But here's this guy, who's an elite commander in their army, and he just gives himself up. Well, I don't know about you, but to me, that sounds like a man who's willing to cooperate. Except, only times he speaks up are to insult you. He's a real prick, by the way. And I'm supposed to... Don't have anything like that. Sounds nice. Like the kind of thing I'd... But even if we did, I don't know that I'd be comfortable using it. If there's any risk... I like the way you think. Have I said that yet? Problem is that the NCR frowns on using that sort of tactic. But here's my favorite thing about you. You're not in the NCR. Plus, for all this guy knows, you're completely insane. That's a winning... I think if you rough him up enough, and really put some... So let's do this. When you're ready, I'll go in and give you a little intro. Then I leave the room, and you We go back and forth a couple times until either he talks or he can't move his jaw anymore.
Так, давай посмотрим.
You're back. That's the spirit. Okay, I'll go in and have a... Long time no see, Silus.
Lieutenant, I was just thinking about you.
That's so.
I was just thinking about that pretty neck of yours.
How sweet.
I was thinking about how it would look with a Legion slave collar on it.
I'll pass.
Do you know what I love about our slave collars, Lieutenant?
If you love them, maybe you should try one on.
I love how tightly they fit. I train my men to make sure the slave's flesh bulges a bit around the top and bottom. Know why?
It's all the rage in fashion circles?
Not quite. If you fit it just right, their body never gets used to the feeling of wearing it. It cuts in just enough when they swallow or turn their head to remind them who they belong to. And it's that constant reminder that keeps them docile.
In that case, maybe you'd better save the collar you were gonna give me.
Oh? For whom?
For a friend of mine you're about to meet. My friend isn't very docile.
And who is this friend of yours?
You know all the rules the NCR instituted to protect enemy prisoners of war?
Of course.
My friend doesn't. Oh, and Silus, if you resist at all, I'll personally blow your brains out. Come on in, he's all yours. I'll be back in a bit to see how you're getting along. And I'll need you to surrender your weapons before you go in. You can pick them up from the locker on your way out.
Поехали.
What an ugly little worm you are. What pile of excrement did the lieutenant pluck you from, worm? You must have some reason to be in your line of work. Tell me, what did the Legion do to you? Did we enslave your children? Slaughter your family before your eyes to teach you a lesson? Whatever it was, I hope I was there to give the order. Foot soldiers of the Legion are trained not to have to think for themselves, to have conflict removed from their minds. They kill themselves to evade capture because they are not trusted to make such a decision rationally in the heat of battle. But I'm no foot soldier. I knew I could escape captivity on my own without revealing the tiniest iota of information to my captors. I'll show you gutless, you sniveling bastard. I'll spill your guts all over this room. Get away from me.
Watch out!
Whoa, easy there. You're supposed to rough him up a little, not kill him. Why don't you step
Still
outside
looking.
a minute? Let off some steam. Nice job.
Still looking.
Watch out!
You like that?
Still looking. Still looking.
Watch out!
Whoa!
Так, ладно. Это, конечно, все хорошо.
Get away from me.
Is something the matter, Silus? You look upset. Here, maybe you'd better step out for a moment. You've upset him.
Your friend is a miserable fucking degenerate.
I don't know. I thought he seemed like a nice guy.
If we were on the other side of the river, I'd have him torn apart by dogs.
That's a long walk, Silus. I don't think it's gonna happen. You'd better just talk.
Your tactics are a joke.
If you don't like dealing with me, I can bring my friend back in.
both of you can rot.
Have it your way. Come on back in. I think he misses you.
Погнали.
We don't have anything to discuss, worm. Coward. I've faced odds that would make your NCR soldiers wet themselves. I've led charges against men with guns, carrying only my knife. And I can tell you, it was they who feared me. But suicide is a weak death on a battlefield. It says to your enemy that you fear capture. It says if you're caught, you can be broken. You think I'm going to slit my throat for some megalomaniacal self-appointed dictator? I didn't work my way up to have it all be taken from me out of some irrational paranoia. Caesar's losing it. I believe that. He's been shutting himself in his tent. Privately, he complains of headaches. Whatever it is, it's affecting his ability to lead. Time was essential for my mission, but we waited 3 days for him to dispatch us. Another of his headaches. Does that sound like a man in command? He has an operative planted in this very base, but does he use his agent to rescue me? No. He's content to have the agent spend his nights radioing troop positions back to our base camp. He knows I'm here, and he's left me to rot. I don't know. I know he sends intelligence by radio in the middle of the night.
Ни хрена себе, крыса
Sometimes
здесь.
that intelligence would find its way to my cantery. Then you're a fool. That man reports to Caesar on what I do here. The Legion isn't going to take me back. My only hope is to escape and disappear. But if I escape and he reports it, they'll hunt me down as long as I live. It served me to report him as much as it served you. I hope the Legion burns your wretched body at the stake when they conquer this place. Nothing I could tell you would do anything to stop that.
You did well. I don't know how you did it without putting a scratch on him, and I'm a little disappointed personally, but it saved the NCR some face. And it could save us more than that when all is said and done. I'm gonna talk to some people when we're through here. This is about double the standard fee we'd give a consultant, but from what I saw, you're more of an artist. So think of this as your commission.
Так. Я могу его убить? Нет, не могу. Окей. Окей. Ну что, погнали? Ну, прикольная миссия. Мне понравилось. Да, окей, тогда уже не будем тянуть кота за все подробности. Все-таки скажем ему, что давай ты лучше сам поищи психа. Я не могу найти психа. Даже сколько бы искал. Я кому-то продавал психа, да, я помню. Ну, блин. Это искать. Это нужно искать. Ты куда? А, господи. Как можно было промахнуться? Нихера, кстати.
If you're looking for guns, talk to Mick. Otherwise, I've got a nice selection. We don't have the stills and equipment to supply the amount of meds they're looking to purchase. You could check with other wasteland merchants, but I think your best bet would be the... They've got a bunch of stills and a seemingly endless supply of... Are you... Well, the only place I know of locally would be Cerulean Robotics. That place has been overrun by
О,
vermin
это
for
для
years.
меня как раз таки.
If you want to check the place out, you can find it on the west side of Freeside. The entrance is on the back side of the building. Just watch out for thugs. Well, I don't know of any, but if you give me a few days and some caps, I think I could... All right. Come back in a couple days. Take it.
Что-нибудь интересное есть? Нет. Так.
Welcome to Mick and Ralph's. For general supplies and other services. Sure.
Неплохо, кстати. Так. Дьяволенок. 12,7, шанс крит урона. Крит урона. А, это рукопашка. Окей. Едет дробилка. Бу! Ладно. Что еще можно тебе продать? Я могу тебе продать вообще? Нет, сам я оставлю. Виски, водка, винт, гидро. Токсин я оставлю. Кошка глаз. Пиво. Рикошет. Ну, один оставлю, чтобы на всякий случай. Скотч, виски. Разбросанным я вообще не буду пользоваться вообще. Мне нахрен она не давалась турбо. Так, ну, в принципе, нормально.
Another satisfied customer. Are they looking to... Then talk to...
Yep.
Так.
So you're back. I think you're right. I've been through worse. I'll go to the fort and...
Ну что, погнали к последователям теперь.
Welcome. I saw them. Thank you so much for helping them. If you need some medical supplies, come see me. With Jacob working with us, we should be able to spare a stim or... Sure.
Давай стимулятор.
You'll need to wait another 24 hours.
О, так, отлично. Присайд свой человек. Хорошо. Давай прессинг сделаем. Так, сколько у нас времени прошло с начала записи? Что-то я увлекся. Да, ух, ни хрена аж себе 1,5 часа прошло. Ребят, давайте тогда на этом закончим. Ссылка на прохождение Fallout New Vegas будет в описании. Подписывайтесь на канал, на Телеграм, на Boost, на группу ВКонтакте, оцените, комментируйте. До встречи в следующей серии прохождения, обзоров, стримов игр, а также реакций на видео. С вами был Перец, надеюсь, ребят, не болейте, всем удачи и до скорого.